And we are live. Let me verify, make sure our audio is good. We do not have any. Okay, I think it looks good. Looks good. Camera good. We did not do an intro today because we want to jump right into it and say hello to you guys. My name is Dan. This is Steve, aka the Mayor. Mayor, how you doing?
Good. I'm doing not good. Great. Welcome to the Dancy Bearded YouTube channel. This is a Wednesday staple. Maybe you guys watch. Anybody that's been here since the beginning, like you've been here since maybe before the show had this name. That far back in the chat, give yourself a shout out. I've been here. I'm OG, whatever you want to say. Welcome to this show. Beard Advice Live is all about helping people out. Relax. Get yourself your favorite drink. We treat ourselves tonight. We'll get into that in a minute. But it's all about just advice. Two big parts of the show. One is we have guys who have already sent in to our beardadvicelive@gmail.com address. And we kind of put them into a slideshow. We're going to be talking about that. The chat's going to be contributing. And the other part is a question segment that we have in the middle of the show.
Yes, and I genuinely believe this show helps out people with our advice, with your advice, and overall just getting some topics out there about beards. And the first thing though, if you guys, as you're coming in now or you watch on replay in the future, please hit that thumbs up. It's absolutely free, but it does help us out. And if you guys want to share this, who knows? Maybe you help somebody's beard confidence in their life in general. But yes, this is a show where we do have a couple of traditions, and Mayor, hit him with the first tradition that we have here, then I'll give a little piggyback onto that.
So the first tradition is we're both actually probably more health conscious than ever, and I know for me and probably my life, and you have just done this amazing kind of partnership with Sam. You guys are killing it every day. That's a game changer.
Every day. Yep. It's
Your
not
body's
an option.
like, I don't have a chance to relax, right?
Yep.
So, but we do drink pop once in a while, and we're just doing the OG regular Mountain Dew tonight. Dan hit it with the camera best. Mm-hmm. So we'll have a pop, and this goes back to when Dan had little ones. Oh, you still got little ones, pretty more or less.
2-year-old.
But he would need the caffeine. He'd be coaching water polo, come in, try to do this late. So I had to sweet talk him, and it's continuing to work.
You give me that. Joke's on Merrick. I don't actually believe caffeine affects me.
Okay.
Like I've never once had a boost. I don't drink coffee, so I will put that preface out there. I will say caffeinated cold beverages, I've never felt a boost, but I do just really enjoy them. I will say, the longest period I've gone in years. Now, I've always taken a day off pop just to prove to myself that I can do it, that I don't need it. I've not had a pop in 3.5 days.
Nice.
3.5 days, you guys. And that's a big deal for me. So I've just been strictly water and then one protein milkshake drink thing, whatever you call it, just a bottle of protein milk a day. That's it. No pop with lunch, with dinner, with anything. So this is going to be a treat today. And I will say, with the 3.5 days of no pop, I love water. It's tasted even better. And I've not had the massive cravings. I will put this out there, and I know a lot of you can relate to this, is when you eat and you have certain foods or certain meals, you will pair pops or sodas with those foods, right? When you have pizza, I like a dark pop. When I have tuna, I like Mountain Dew. And it's really weird to eat those things without it because your brain just associates them. They go together. And when I start to eat, last night we had tacos. I've never had tacos before without pop, ever, in the history of my life. But I was doing it last night because I was like, I'm not having a pop from Sunday morning until Beard Advice Live. And so I ate before I ate the tacos, it was itching. I was like, I need my pop. But once I ate it, when I was over, I didn't even realize I didn't have a pop. It was just gone.
Well, that's the thing. That's the game, isn't it? That's the game. I've been using a lot of apples in moments like that. Apples when I get a craving, especially for randomly if I want chips or something. And then apple sounds disgusting, but I eat it and it's not bad.
It quenches it.
And it's in 10 minutes, I don't even need these chips.
See,
so
I gotta get there.
have to talk to that. I can't even call myself there. I'm not perfect, but it's a trick I'm trying to employ.
That's cool.
Use.
Because I've been amazed, and I have crazy willpower. If I tell myself I will do it. Now the pop, I told myself 3.5 days I'm gonna do it. I did. Now the one area where I do need to improve is my late night munchies, snacking, candy, jerky, that stuff. I do need to get better at that. I just haven't told myself that yet, and I will. I'm just not there yet.
Are you good at cutting yourself some slack though in these things? Like
no, if I either have to do it,
okay.
yeah, I either have to do it or I don't. Like the gym, we don't miss. We go every day. That's physically possible. I'm a pretty black or white guy, so that's why I don't tell myself the late night snacking because I know I'm not ready yet.
Correct. Okay, that's fair.
So. I'm excited, guys. This literally is going to be my first drink of Pop Mountain Dew in 3.5 days, which I know some of you are like, 3.5 days, but I usually drink Pop every day. I usually stick to 1 Pop a day, but it's a treat. It's a treat yourself.
You drink your Pop, and I'm going to give a shout out to my shirt here. This shirt was one of the first 10. I bought this because my friend Dan had a logo, and I never knew somebody that had a logo before, and I thought it was cool. But I actually didn't wear it when I first got this shirt. I didn't have a beard at all, so it was kind of like a weird thing, like wearing a beard shirt without a beard. But like it doesn't even fit anymore. It's too big for me.
That's amazing.
Which is cool. Yeah.
Amazing.
Like today, this morning, I didn't feel like doing my 5 a.m. thing. I laid there for a minute, but I know like I have momentum and I'm in such a good routine that it's like literally the hardest part is just talking myself out of it. So I just stop talking and get up and go.
Yeah. So we went on vacation, and when I was on the cruise and stuff, I still worked out, still did all that. We did not on this one consciously, and I did gain some belly fat. Like, first time in my life, I've like consciously noticed like different changes. So that was one of the main reasons I was like, all right, taking a little break from Pop, but I'm picking up my water even more. I've been like 1.5 gallons the last like week or so. But also, guys. Speaking of Sam's shop, she does have wanted me to let you guys know, she does have a bunch of tumblers available that are etched right in here. It's not like anything cheap, that's straight up metal on that bad boy. So if you guys are looking to support Sam, to support the logo, the channel, to get a good little drinking apparatus, boom, tumblers available at the Beauty and the Beard MI. I'll grab a link for you guys real quick in case anybody wants to hop on here. Her shop also has beanies, so anybody in the cold weather areas, hey, there you go. And also, guys, the shop is going to be closed in January and February. So if you want to get something, you got to get it now. We are having renovations to our basement, which includes her shop where she builds and makes everything over there. So if you want to try something, guys, go ahead and do that. And thank you, True North. The video is actually popping today. It's got a lot of comments. And in my last 10 videos, it's my highest ranked video in all categories. Time watched, comments, thumbnail clicks, everything. So it's really popping today. So thank you for pointing that out.
You know, when they get doing the renovations, man, if there's a day when we got to use my studio, we've never done a show there.
Right.
You know, that'd be kind of fun. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's really a one-man studio, more or less.
Okay.
But I don't know.
Maybe, yeah, maybe we do different locale. The good news is my studio is gonna be
accessible,
touched free, and they'll be done by a certain time, and I'll be able to have the night. But I'm not gonna be able to do anything in here during the day, which is gonna be a big shift for me. Hey, Eric, thank you. And he said the beanies and tumblers are legit. You won't be sorry. Thank you. But I will be able to I'm gonna have to like shift all my filming tonight, all of my everything in here tonight. I'll be able to have my computer and stuff. So it's gonna be different, but we're very excited, except for one day we are gonna do the floor in the studio, which is gonna be a pain in the butt because everything's gotta come out.
What do you put on the floor?
I don't know yet. I think Sam's got it. Maybe some fake wood flooring stuff. So yeah. And thank you guys. Thank you for all the love. Thank you for all the positivity, man. I hope you guys had a great Black Friday, Small Business Saturday, whatever Sunday, and Cyber Monday. What is Sunday?
Sunday's nothing. Is it a thing?
Is it? I don't know.
It's a thing.
Is Sunday something, guys? I know Friday's Black Friday, Small Business Saturday, something Sunday, and then Monday is Cyber Monday, of course. Hey, Molly, how you doing? Awesome. And guys, if you guys have questions, please drop those questions like Chris and Big Daddy Kane. We're going to star those, and we will get to those questions at about the midway point of the show. So please, please, please either save them for the middle or drop them. I promise we will answer. I already have 2 questions starred, and we will get to those. Sunday is the first day of the week. That is accurate. I'm talking on Black Friday weekend. Is Sunday any kind of sales type day? I don't know. I feel like it's gotta be. If we got Friday, Saturday, Monday covered, if not, we're making something for Sunday. Support Beard Sunday. That could be the new one. You know, that would be good there. But
yeah, I don't know if that takes on nationwide. I don't know if it grabs, but like Velcro. But
you doubting me? I'm gonna make it happen.
you know what? I should know better than to say something like that by now.
That is so funny. Okay, and then Sergio, I'm gonna star your question as well. We will hit that one. And guys, again, if you have not, please consider hitting the thumbs up on this stream. And yeah, we got the Thanksgiving layout on this one here because last week we were both remote and we had a little bit different of a show. But we hope you had a great Thanksgiving and the entire weekend. Mary, did you guys have a good Thanksgiving?
It was good. Yeah, it wasn't bad.
Good.
You know, I watched the Lions, and I told my kid I don't mean to be a pessimist, but I was a realistic. Lions, and they're up in the fourth,
yeah,
about to kick off, and I'm like, guys, listen, this is how it goes.
Yeah.
Forget to protect the deep pass, kind of thing.
Yeah,
you know?
that's crazy.
And it happened again.
Yeah, it's like, what was there, like 21 seconds left or something?
It's just a tale as old as time.
Don't get your hopes up type deal. But as this show goes on, we hope that some of you look at sending in for next week. We have 0 entries currently pending. So if you guys want to be involved next week, please send in. Mayor, how do they send in to get on the show?
beardadvicelive@gmail.com. And give us a front-facing photo, give us a side-facing photo, and a brief description of what you're asking, what you're sending in for.
Absolutely. And tonight, guys, we do have a kind of a little random deal for you. We don't usually do this on Beard Advice Live, but a company reached out. They wanted to end the month in a great way. And so they talked about a deal, and I gave them an idea, and they said, hey, man, let's absolutely do it. Hey, Roger, that's awesome, man. I'm glad you're loving Lux. I've thoroughly enjoy working with him. I've worked with him a ton over the last couple months. An absolutely amazing owner with great products. He listens to people, he uses the feedback, and he is doing great, man. Absolutely great. Not worthy to participate yet? No, man, you'll see. We have beards of all stages, shapes, forms. The less prepared, the less experienced. Man, that's what we want. Please keep that in mind, right? That is 100% where we want. All right, and yeah, and guys, keep those questions coming. We got those starred, and we'll go through. But here is a sale deal for tonight, you guys. And I'll put a link in the chat right now and try to do that randomly throughout the stream. But Copper Johns, amazing company. They were featured on Command's Corner. Most of you know them. Most of you learned about them. My code for them is always DanC15. Saves you guys 15% off. But tonight, if you guys do an order of $50 or more until midnight Eastern, you are going to get a free bottle of their Christmas Village beard oil. 100% free. This is like, what, a $20 beard oil that is going to be thrown in for free as you're stocking up on your conditioner, on your wash, or any of that stuff. Judd said, Tyson tried to get all my money. So we just wanted to make sure we throw that in. And yes, it is only with my code. That was a preface that was put out by Tyson. It wasn't not from me here, but I appreciate it and love it. So guys, place an order, get a free bottle of beard oil, the Christmas Village one, which is fantastic. If you spend over $50 tonight with Copper Johns, we'll come back and revisit this for people coming in later. No pressure, no worries either way. But if you're like, I've been on the fence, hey, now might be a great time to give it a shot. Okay? All right, you ready, Mick?
I'm ready.
Let's go ahead and get into it.
Aaron R. Goals in progress. Approximately 90 days in, similar goals to the mayor and his previous beard length and style. Conscious of business professional appearance, looking intentional, wants to look intentional. I've been shaving my head for 2 to 3 times per week with the Harry's blades. My goal is to blend the sideburns into the bald head. Challenges are next steps. Curls and straightening. Training in the chin area as it wants to curl under. Using a blow dryer, but maybe a heated brush would be better. Trying to figure out under chin area and how and what direction to train it. Bring it forward or down. Based on my similar goals to mayor and wanting a business professional look, is it time to clean things up or up and switch and in which areas?
Okay. So what I will do is I will hit to the next picture and then I'll feed you the questions as we know what the picture looks like in mine.
You know me so well.
And Marshall, aka Coach, yes, look at Skipper. Skipper in the gray line is one of my favorites from Copper Johns, and it is their citrus scent. It's a lemon lime one, really, really good. It doesn't have that same carbonation of ginger gibbery, but a very enjoyable, very nice citrus scent. So Marshall, 100% confident that you would like Skipper from the company known as Copper Johns. The Christmas Village, Tyson, will you give the scent profile on there? He gives like a funny description in the actual name of it. But for me, there is a peppermint in there. There is vanilla in there. There may be a little bit of pine in there as well. It's really, really nice. It for sure is a Christmas themed scent and is an enjoyable one. Hey, Dan M. Welcome, my friend. And G Squared said, another quick drop by. The bandages come off the hands tomorrow. Let's go. Let's go,
Carpal
man.
tunnel, right?
Yeah, some surgery on both hands. I've randomly known a lot of people that have had surgery on their hands recently, whether it's carpal tunnel, trigger finger, which is a real thing. So, but that's a quick recovery, G Squared. I'm very, very happy for you, dude. All right, let's go ahead and check out Aaron and Aaron. If you're in the chat, drop a comment. And guys and girls in the chat, if you have feedback, advice to give, please do so from a supportive lens. That's all we ask is we want people to feel good, but we want to be real. We want to be honest with the feedback that we have. All right, here we go. All right, good night, Gary. All right, Aaron, awesome, man. I never know what to expect. Like I try not to look at these like right before the show or anything, and it's like, oh wow, love the glasses. First and foremost,
super good.
Love the color of the beard, the coverage. Man, this is going, Aaron, you're going to hit your goals fantastically. Like, absolutely going to hit your goals in a great, great way. Yep, great way. And yeah, carpal tunnel from numbness in the hands. All right, going to take a few months for full hand strength. Totally understandable. Yep. And guys, girls out there, give your ideas and your feedback, and even just like, hey, man, love your beard, that type of stuff. All right, Mary. So first one we have here. We want to blend the sideburns into the bald head. So we're seeing over here as he's going through, he's got glasses, so that is something relevant. Any feedback so far on the blending the sideburns in?
Yeah, if you're not comfortable with it, you could go to somebody to do it. I know you said you're shaving your own head, so maybe you don't do haircuts much, but it might be worth it at a point. I like the idea. I think it's a younger look. It like just is a cooler, like more modern to actually take the time and kind of taper in those. So I would go for it.
Yeah, and it appears that you're at least attempting it, or it's just naturally like that. I think it looks really good. Aaron, the only advice that I would say is either consider bringing the line right up to your sunglasses, the arm of your glasses right here, and have that be your fade, or start it a little bit lower and then just gradually build up to the arm, and maybe even think about a little angle. I think you could pull off that little angle rather than being square, go downward on it. I think that could be something that looks really nice.
Doing a fade or a blend as a novice person with a trimmer can be difficult, but some people can probably have a natural approach to it.
Yeah.
So just go cautiously with anything you're doing like that.
And Aaron, if you can't find it, if you reach out to me, I'll send you a link. I do have a video where a different content creator on my channel, Matt, who's bald and bearded, shows his steps. He actually shows 2 different steps, I believe, on how to fade it into a bald head. So that video might be really helpful for you. All right, Mary, next question. Training the chin area, it just wants to curl under. Using a blow dryer, but maybe a heated brush would work better?
Well, I don't see, first of all, I don't see a real issue with curling under, but I acknowledge that you're saying that, so I'm going to address it. The blow dryer is going to be probably the number one thing that's going to prevent curling under, but yeah, as a finishing tool, a heated brush is always going to give you just like that little bit more polish. A lot of guys tend to push too hard when they're using that, so that can also push it back underneath. But volume and body is going to be your blow dryer, and then that heated brush is kind of like a finishing tool to get that straight uniform look. But again, you have really
whatever you're doing is working.
Your skills are high, really high.
Yep. So like the mayor said, I don't see that curling problem, and I would tell you, whatever you're doing is working. You have that nice front little ledge there. Looks really nice, really nice. And then trying to figure out the under chin area and what direction to train it. Bring it forward, down, and again, he wants your goals here. So he's like, all right, I'm at a point where I've never really had to think about this under beard, right? Mm-hmm. This little line right here. How should I go about this? Do I bring it towards my neck? Do I bring it forward? What do you think on this style when he wants to achieve, I would say, this look, but a little bit longer?
Yeah, I think I agree with you. We're gonna let the chin hair dictate underneath your lower lip. That hair, that length, that body is gonna going to be setting your angle. And we're talking about setting your angle. We're going to let that get a little bit longer. In the meantime, kind of just less is more maintenance and kind of coming in and being aware of the angle of the clipper as you come in to create that straight edge. I used to try scissors. I used to use scissors for that, and it just wasn't as effective as a tool. But you do have to have that comfort zone. So again, I think if you're going for that straight angle look, you got a little further along to grow, and in the meantime, it's just gonna be maintenance underbeard. But you have a really thick underbeard, like a great natural good neckline. Touch it as little as possible. It looks good. People aren't really looking at you straight on and noticing anything, and that's the rule.
For sure, man. For sure. And just says anything else. So the only thing else that I would add on here, Aaron, is I see that you do trim your cheek line. I'll offer you 2 suggestions, and you can take either one or leave them both. I would say either, if you are going to trim your cheek line, take it up a little bit higher. I see that you do have a high natural cheek line, right? I see that it does go up there. 100% will acknowledge that. But if you do insist on trimming it, I would go about halfway through, and then I would really up your maintenance of cleaning that line up. You have dark roots for those cheek hairs. Dark roots are the enemy of maintenance because they show through a lot sooner, a lot easier. Mine are blonde up there. I could do that and then not have to really think about it. If you're gonna trim these, I would just get a little razor or whatever method you're gonna use, and I would do it on a daily or every other day basis. And I do think it's worth it, and it is that important to be able to maintain that area, because that's going to say a lot. That is going to really tell if you're purposeful, if you're maintaining it. The only other thing that I would tell you is maybe experiment with growing it out and leaving it alone, seeing how it is. I don't know if especially when I look at the side view here, you've got some room where it could go up a little bit. And I'm fine with either one, but I would either maintain it a little bit more or let it grow and see what it looks like naturally. I do not change mine at all. I just let mine kind of naturally fade into the face.
But such a great beard.
Yeah, man.
Looks like you always had it.
For sure. Great color. And if you ever want to get a little froggy, maybe grow that mustache out a little bit too. I could see this being like a longer version of a beard stash where that mustache is the star of the show. And that's a comfort level thing, of course, but I think that would take it to an extra level, even on this already amazing
Could be
beard.
like a seasonal winter thing you do too, growing that out. Like they can, I like that.
For sure. And Molly adds in a great tip here. She says, shaver box will get rid of the black roots. Until they grow back. Right, exactly. That could be an easy way. Hey, Deborah, thanks for coming in to be able to maintain that. So, yep, absolutely. And Molly says, but a tap here and there, shaver box takes 2 seconds. So, Aaron, that could be worth just Googling a shaver box and seeing what you can come up with. So, awesome, man. Thank you for sending it in. That was a fun entry.
Cool. Love it. This is Johnny M.
Probably sleeping. He's coming to us from overseas.
Beard Advice Live is my favorite regular video of your channel. It's really encouraging to see so many people get help with their beards. I'm in the UK, so I can't watch live, but I always watch the next day. I have a few questions of my own. These photos are of my beard as I wear it after styling, oil, and wait 10 minutes blow dry. Before answering the following questions, you should know that I'm in sales and therefore should remain reasonably smart looking. There's a lot there.
You are, Johnny.
Yeah. 1. You can see I've not shaved my cheek lines in a while, and as I want to see what it would look like with them growing out. And I can't decide if it looks better with them growing or not. I think shave looks neater and more purposeful, but leaving them, I think, would add more body to my beard. What do you think? Good question.
I love its structure.
2. I made the mistake of trimming my neckline for too long when I should have been leaving it. As a result, the connecting hairs at the corners of my jawline are shorter, resulting in a beard which gets longer towards the front. Bearing in mind that my job requires me to be presentable, do you think that there should be a small trim on the front or allow the corners and connectors to catch up and get to a more even beard length? 3. Any advice on a mustache would be much appreciated. I don't have a heated brush. I asked for one for Christmas.
Come on, Santa.
My mustache hair is quite coarse and grows in all kinds of directions. And with a blow dryer and stiff boar's hair brush, what you see is as good as I can get. As far as the lazy walrus goes, and I always get spider legs dangling down, whether I let it grow longer or keep it a bit shorter. 4. Any other advice would be greatly received.
All right, Johnny, my man, watching in the future. Let's go ahead and take a look here. Johnny, make sure you click the live chat box when you watch on replay so you can read everybody's comments as they come in as well. So we'll take a look at the beard, then we'll pop back and go question by question here. Johnny, legend, man, looks amazing. Absolutely. Once again, the color, the texture, the shape. Johnny watches every one of my videos. I appreciate every single comment by him. He's very active in our Facebook group as well. Commands Corner, link in the description. If you guys want to join a group that's very supportive, such an amazing, positive place. It's literally like a breath of fresh air from the negative, arguing internet. We don't put up with any of that in the group, and he's a great member of this group. So beard looks great. Okay, but we got to take a look at your questions. Love that. Hey, Dan, welcome in, buddy. All right, number one. Now, you can see I've not shaved my cheek line. Okay, so he's saying, hey, should I let the cheeks grow out or should I maintain them? Johnny, contrary to my normal advice, right? I like to take these case by case. I would maintain touching up your cheek lines for one sole reason. Your growth is not uniform. If your cheek line was straight from right here all the way to your mustache, I would say let it go. But you have this pocket of growth. It's not uncommon. You're not alone. This does happen. You have this pocket of growth that's right here. And like you said, you're in sales. You want to be purposeful. You want to be professional. And I do believe you can have any length of beard and be professional. But I do believe that it takes extra care, extra maintenance to make it look professional. So I would trim your cheek line. Like Molly mentioned, you can get a shaver box, you can use a razor, you can use a straight blade. There's tons of options there. Just keep up with it on a daily or every other day basis, and you would go right here. Your line is super simple. It looks natural, it looks good, but I would clean that up a bit. I think this does take away from the cleanliness or the clean look when you're looking at a beard.
I think it's going to make your beard in particular pop.
Yep.
You know, like stand out.
Yep, I agree fully. And Molly says, I agree, the cheek line looks nice with the face shape. Yep, 100%. All right, and he said, I made the mistake of trimming my neck for too long. All right, and so he's saying, do I need to do a trim to make everything catch up, or how's it? No, absolutely not. If you had not told me that you trimmed your neckline or you touched your neckline or it was uneven or any of that, I would have never in a million years seen anything. Your connectors look fantastic. This underline looks fantastic. There's no transparency. Absolutely no need for a trim right now to even anything up. Looks wonderful. Truly wonderful. And then any advice? Oh, yeah, so you answered your own question. You know the answer here. The solution to your mustache is a heated brush. Without a shadow of a doubt. To match your style, to match the texture and direction of your mustache. My mustache looks like this before the heated brush. I'm not kidding you. It goes in these little kind of like wave patterns and the sides do their own thing. They go in this way. My mustache is thicker than the rest of my beard hairs. A good heated brush and using that lazy walrus method will be able to get that one going. Hey, Stuart, thanks for coming in, man. That's awesome. And so, yeah, 100%. Please, Johnny, get a heated brush, man. Get a heated brush. I know you can get those over there as well. And then any other advice? Not for me, dude. That's a great beard. Great beard. Would love to see an update of that lazy walrus and your cheek line touched up.
You just have a great look. That side profile, like the coloring is boss. Like, keep it up.
Yeah.
Dan had great advice on everything. Killed it.
Awesome. And thank you guys for all the comments and advice in the chat as well. Dude, it looks great. Looks great. And shout out to everybody in here right now, guys. Scott, we have Daniel, we got Wayward, it's Jason, so many people. Thank you guys for being here. Jake's in here as well.
This is Adam C. I'm 23 years old from Sweden.
Man, we're representing for Europe. I feel like it's like a World Cup gathering over here.
Which I didn't get to watch the U.S. game.
I got to listen.
I saw your story. That helped me.
Good.
Yeah. 23-year-old from Sweden, so probably asleep during the show. I have been growing for about 4 months. My goal is to go longer, but I was wondering if that is possible to my lack of cheek and underlip area, or will it be unbalanced in the future?
Okay. Hey, Brian, thank you for the question. We'll hit that question in just a bit at our, halftime. All right, so want to know if I can grow longer with the lack of cheek and upper lip.
And in general, just kind of sending in, is this a normal growth pattern? That's the question we're asking.
Yep. And Adam, this is a really good, really relevant question because you have a great beard. Great beard. Look at the density. Look at the fullness here. Love the mustache. Purposeful. Dialed in. But you do. You have it doesn't connect from your mustache to the sides of your beard. The below the lip here on the sides, you absolutely do have some growth pattern there where there's not growth, and that does not take away from your look here at all. And I will say though, I do think as of right now, you're a young guy. These areas could easily fill in with 10, 20 years to go. I would bet that you're in your early 20s, would you say?
Yeah,
I'd say
mortgage payment, couple car payments, daycare.
Yeah.
All add up and grow some more beard.
It'll fill in with time. But I will say, for right now, I will maintain this length. Oh, did he say 23 in there? Oh, sorry. Yeah, okay. So you are in your early 20s. Yeah, absolutely. I would maintain this length. I would say, just to, again, being real, if you grew this out, it would, to me, appear to be less balanced. You would start to probably get some comments of, anytime it's a growth pattern like that and the beard gets really long, people are ignorant. People are silly. They'll make Amish comments. They'll make things like that. So right now, I genuinely love the look of your beard. But at this current time, at this young age, I would not go longer. I would maintain it where it's at. Then let's see where you're at 26, at 30, and continue to go from there and see. I bet you this all fills in. Man, I would bet a lot of money that it fills in, especially with the coverage of your head hair, the coverage of the density of this beard down here. But for right now, to answer your question specifically, I would maintain it.
Love it. A great point, like a really good point, Dan, because I really, I do think if you went longer, you would start to see the things that you're noticing. As it stands right now, it doesn't hit people.
Correct.
When they see you. So I think you're good here. Let that mustache grow. Just see what happens with the, whatever. Maintain it as you wish. But yeah, time and then just a great look right now. Be happy with that. A lot of guys at 23 are not rocking that beard.
For sure, dude. For sure. And Ryan sent in for next week. Awesome, man. We'll get back to you and get you on the show. Andy, of course, dude. Thanks for being in the Facebook group. We have, for sure, one of our moderators, Bill, is in the chat right now. We also have Molly, the wife of Kinsman, who's a moderator. And then Phil's almost always watching and supporting and hanging out. And then we've got our OG, the moderator of all moderators, Doug Sloan. If you guys appreciate Doug, drop a comment in the chat. Doug appreciates this community, appreciates all these friendships, but I don't think it compares to how much we appreciate Doug. So, man, just shout out to him. No doubt about it. So awesome. And yeah, and with this maintenance, I think John is right here. You could do a little bit of the sculpting, just cleaning up around the edges to match that crispness of the mustache. And that's just going to come naturally with maintaining this length. You're now, with my recommendation, I would say not at a growing phase, you're at a maintaining phase. So you're able to go through and kind of dial all those things in. So yes. Thanks, Doug. All right, awesome, Adam. Thank you, man.
This is Dave. 8 weeks into growing my first ever beard.
Cool.
Looking for any recommendations and feedback on how it's going. And at what point should I think about trimming, shaping, etc.? Love the channel and the information you're putting out there, Dan. All right. We love this time of year with this kind of guy. He started in October, obviously.
Yep.
But that's cool.
Also, by the way, you guys, happy last day of No Shave November. Let's keep the idea, the real essence of No Shave November, spreading men's health awareness. Let's keep that going. Let's keep that going into December, into January. Go get checked up at the doctor. I know multiple guys that are in this chat right now, or at least follow the channel, that went to get their physical for the first time ever. They got blood work for the first time ever. And it could save their life. It could really, really help out with every aspect of their life, whether it's their energy, their family, their relationships, their beards. So let's keep that idea of No Shave November going, spreading the awareness of men's health mentally and physically. So I just wanted to get that one in there as well. Okay, here we go, guys. Boom, Dave. Whoa, 8 weeks. Oh my gosh, Dave.
Like the black and white hit. Like usually we would do color, but I thought it looked great.
Awesome. And if I remember correctly,
he's local.
Yeah, Dave is local. I just want to say that. So Dave, man, keep an eye out. If you don't follow us on Instagram, make sure you give us a follow on Instagram. We do meetups randomly locally here. We had a really big one just a couple months ago that was amazing.
That was cool.
That was so cool. And we would love to meet you. We would love to hang out with you, man. So there's a couple other local people in the chat as well right now. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look here. And guys, we will get to all those questions, so keep them coming. All right, keep them coming as we go here. And let's make December Men's Health Awareness Month. I love that. Mental Health Awareness Month. Love that, love that. I sent some color photos too. That's all right. This works perfectly.
I thought it hit.
Yeah.
So personally.
Yep, that works perfect.
I mean, and what we're going to say, you're above the, 8 weeks, people are jealous. I'm a little jealous. I don't remember, it wasn't that long ago that I was 8 weeks in. And
Yeah.
I don't know.
So Dave is asking, hey man, when do I trim? When do I shape? Dave, everything you're doing right now is spot on. There is not a single thing I would change. That next step, I hate to say this, but it's up to you. There is no right answer. There are a lot of guys that would maintain the look you have right now and be happy forever. Maybe you go to the mare's length. Maybe you want to go to my length. Whatever your goal is going to determine your next step. If your goal is to get to my beard, you do nothing for a very long time. If your goal is to get to the mare's beard, you're getting closer to starting to make touches, but you're still several weeks out. So it really, really does depend on your beard. But right now, or anywhere in the near future, I don't think you do a thing. That's my feedback first. And also, I love the head hair transitioning into the beard. Very well done, sir.
Yeah, please, so everything looks great, but if you do get to a point, let's say 4 weeks, 8 weeks, 10 weeks, send back in and we'll talk through like what our options are. Maybe you see somebody's beard you like, you want to see is that a reasonable goal? So that's another kind of thing we always do here on the show.
For sure, for sure. And thanks for sending in, Dave. And reach out anytime, man, if you ever need anything. Always happy to help out. All right, we got questions, guys. I'm going to slide back to the deal slide real quick here in case anybody wants to jump on this that's just coming in. Copper Johns wanted to end the month with a bang and kind of give back to you guys and then cap off what I think we can safely say has been their biggest month in company history. So, which is awesome. We want everybody winning, and especially with great owners like this company. But tonight, guys, if you use Dancy15 and your order is over $50, you will get a free bottle of the Christmas Village beard oil. So no pressure, no worries either way. But if you want to try them, if you want to stock up on their conditioner and their wash, I let the secret out on Monday. It's not really a secret, but I let the cat out of the bag that their Gentle Daily Wash is the same wash that Whiskey and Hardtack retired. Their Sweetwater conditioner is the same Sweetwater conditioner from Whiskey and Hardtack.
So I don't care where you've been. I just care where you are right now. I don't know your past. Let's just be in this moment together. I love that wash. It's good. Use it all the time.
It is one of the absolute best of all time. And Braden, it is going to be $50 order after the discount. So if it's like 52, you put the discount code in and it goes down to 46. I'm not good at math, that was just hypothetical. That would not count. So it's got to be after 50, after the discount, not including shipping. So $50 spent on Copper Johns, not on the U.S. Post Office. So hopefully that will help out there. And there is a link in the chat, guys, if you want to try that one. Really, really good deal. I genuinely love this Christmas Village. I'm a winter scent guy to begin with, so this is my kind of time. Usually we get like peppermint and vanilla and all these scents that I love in the wintertime, which is really, really good. And yeah, that's a good way to look at it, Ken. Whiskey and Hardtack didn't really go away. They just kind of absorbed in a couple of other places. You have a lot of their formulas with the Bearded Mac. You have some of their formulas with Copper Johns. You have Holly's expertise with Beard Octane. So there's a lot to love that is a lasting, and some would say lingering, impression from, I'm just kidding, Whiskey and Hardtack. I'm kidding. I love you, Holly. Love you, Don. A little bit less.
There's nobody like Holly.
No one in this entire world like
She was
Holly.
asking me about a scent, and I gave I don't know if you know this about me. Sometimes I don't really think through my answers. I just fast little things.
No, I had no idea.
Okay,
Wow.
well I do, and I did that to Holly, and then she was like, "Brrr," like, what do you mean it's? And then I was like, whoa, okay,
Yeah, you can't do that with Holly.
And I said, I'm not Dan. I should have taken more time, and I apologize.
I roll with the punches with the mayor. Hey, what's up, Bearded? This is my buddy from back in the day. This is one of the day one dudes who was probably in the community before I even was. Man, good to see you. Welcome in, man. I hope you get to hang out and interact a while. All right, so let's go ahead and see some of these questions. We're just going to go right in order, guys, and I'll feed some to the mayor. I'll take some myself. Chris wants to know, I had an early question about CBD products. Do they affect helping anxiety being topical? No. There is no impact on CBD in those other ways. The only way a beard oil will affect you with CBD is it's going to help your skin and soften your
It's
hair.
gonna feel soft. It might be soothing, but
Yeah.
we can't really
No,
directly
like,
attribute that.
if you had a stressful day, it is not going to chill you out by putting a beard oil
But
on.
it is noticeably soft. Like if you've never used it before, you will notice a difference.
100%.
But we're not gonna attribute that to
100%. Yep. But nothing.
not fixing the world.
Yeah, it's not going to alleviate pain. It's not going to alleviate stress. It's not potent enough. Transdermal application, for one, is not the most direct way to get into any bloodstream. And number two, it's just there's not enough potency in there to do anything. Big Daddy K says, as my mustache gets thicker, I'm finding it's difficult to blow my nose without making a mess. Any suggestions? Blow while you look in the mirror and just be able to clean up afterwards.
Add a white to the end of the process.
Yeah. Some people have said, like, bend down, pinch your nose. I've tried every angle. I've tried hanging from upside down, and I can't figure it out.
I think your nose runs easier when you have a mustache, when you have hair there. I think all of it, as a skier, like it just goes. Like,
Interesting.
You just got to be a little bit ugly about life sometimes.
Interesting.
Have some trusted loved ones give you a shout out when you got a snot rocket taken off.
I would bet, and I have no scientific reasons, I would bet that it doesn't go easier, but you notice it more.
Maybe I noticed it more.
Yeah.
Because it kind of carries
And it's a worst fear. Like, if you see, like some snot going down on somebody's lip, you're like, no big deal. But if you see it on a mustache, you're like horrified. So nothing really to help there, man. Just clean it up afterwards. What's up, Mark? All right, Sergio, here you go.
Mayor, I know you did a video before on how you use the Ally Pro, but your beard was shorter. Will you do another showing how you use it again at a current length? I don't have a plan to. I would always take questions on my Instagram at Mayor's Beard Journey. You know, I don't really have a plan to, but I'd happy to answer questions and demo something. Even make a quick video if you really had a tough time with something.
Yeah, reach out to him.
Yeah, please.
Yep, absolutely. And then, have you ever thought about a Beard Advice Live website where you put testimonials, advice, photos? Possibly. I do have a website now, dancybearded.com, and maybe that will be a segment on it. Maybe they'll be added. I do believe that there's a lot of legs to Beard Advice Live, but unfortunately, there's only so many hours in the day, and that one's not at the top of the priority list right now. But we do know that there's a lot of value with this show outside of just this show. So who knows where it can go in the future. Maybe that, hey, one day we hope the mayor is full-time and then we're able to do some different things. That could be one of them. But there's definitely value in that. No doubt about it. Here you go, Mayor.
Are you open to haircut advice in the line of the Mayor's Sunday stream? Absolutely.
That'd be cool. I love that idea.
You bearded or not bearded, you guys could always send in. We just give advice, honest advice, and we do have some plug into what style is, what we're looking at.
For sure.
We both look at a lot of guys' pictures, a lot of stuff, so more than happy to help out.
I love that idea.
We love the idea of helping people feel better about their appearance.
Yeah,
bottom line.
I think the mayor would be great at that. I do not tie up my beard when I go to bed. I just put in beard butter and I go to bed and let it do its thing. I've heard people that have shorter beards than me, they're like, it drives me crazy, I do this and that. I think I've gotten so used to having a beard, it doesn't drive me crazy. Like somebody was like, dude, doesn't it drive you crazy with the seatbelt going over your beard? I literally, like, when the seatbelt goes over my beard, I just do this, pull it out, and I keep it moving. Like today I had my coat and I got caught. Those things just don't cross my mind. I think things that bug other people, it's like a non-negotiable with me. Like my beard is me. My beard is here to stay. Those things I just don't even, I'll put it this way.
There's no question in your head.
Yeah, I'll put it this way. When something is like a non-negotiable in my life, I don't let negatives seep into my head. And I really, really mean that.
It's like when you have a kid, it's like, we're going to fix this problem.
Yeah.
There's
100%.
We're going to find a way to make it work.
Yep. I do that with my relationships, right? I don't know. I think it's a really healthy mindset. I think it helps you acknowledge people who they are, right? Whether it's Sam, whether it's the mayor, the people closest to me. I just, those don't come in my head. There aren't things that bother me with my beard. There's not things that bother me with the mayor or Sam. I think it's because they're non-negotiables. Like no matter what, it's going to be a part of my life. And so I just don't let those things impact me. So no, I don't tie my beard up in bed and it doesn't bother me one bit. But you're not the first and you won't be the last to ask that one. Absolutely. So G Squared, I did post on Instagram today and I did post on my Facebook group that I was thinking about trimming my beard. And here's the full story. Every week I plan out the 3 videos I'm going to film that week. And I filmed them ahead of time, of course. I had my Sunday slot not this Sunday. I always film a week ahead. So next Sunday, I had a really good video plan that involved beard trimming. It's going to be one of my biggest videos ever. It's just going to wait a bit because I'm not ready to trim. I got my beard styled. Today was the day. I picked out a shirt specifically to trim. And I'm like, no, it's not there yet. And I'm not going to force it for the content. So so he said, you had some thoughts about trimming. And I did have thoughts. I did answer myself, but I did not put it out there as a question, even though everyone gave feedback, which is awesome. No worries there. But no, I wasn't going to send in the show. It's not anything that I was like wavering on or teetering on. I just had a banger of a video planned. And as a content creator, to pull the curtains back, you guys, some videos are going to be very valuable, very, very helpful, always worth it, but they're not going to get a lot of traction. For example, my Carrier Oils 101. When I do those videos, I would bet a lot of money that, like my video today was ranked 1 out of my last 10. When I do a Carrier Oils video, I know, G-Square, I know, man. When I do a Carrier Oils video, it's always gonna be ranked 8, 9, or 10 out of 10, usually 10, but it's still worth it. This trim video that I have planned will be number 1 for a very long time because it is a very good content that a lot of you wanna see, and people just love watching me trim my beard. So I was super stoked, and I'm like, my beard looks too good to trim. So, no. Maybe it's a joke.
Working up to a trim video, it is like I'm getting close to doing one, but I want to have my skills right.
You just trimmed though.
Yeah, today, right before the show.
Major trim.
Right. Well, shape it. Yeah, a little bit.
Oh, that's a major one.
Yeah. Anyways, I did. I took a little. It was just here's what was happening. I was getting length right here.
Yeah.
And it was kind of I don't know. I just had a moment.
Okay.
You had a moment. I didn't go. But getting ready for a trim, I'm definitely planning on doing one. But you want to be able to communicate. It wants to be different enough what I did last time. And trimming is stressful enough, right? As a person, as a your whole beard is everything. So having to think that through and then explain it and have value.
For sure.
It just doesn't come right away.
Yep. So not yet, guys, but stay tuned. The next trimming video you see is going to be a banger. I promise you that. I will bet a lot on that one. Ken asked, how are the 12 Days of Beardsmiths videos going? They are not started yet. I have 3 beards that I've picked out so far. So, hey, guys, this is a good time for me to bring this up. If you have any recommendations on a beard throughout history that you would like me to cover, send me an email or preferably an Instagram message and drop that person's name. Now, if you could, I have an entire playlist dedicated to this. Just scroll through my 12 Days of Beardsmiths playlist and make sure I haven't covered them already. Because I have covered, 4 years, 12 beards, 48 beards so far?
Yeah.
Man, that's a lot. So please just scroll through those ones, check those ones out. I need some recommendations, but how are they going? I have not done anything yet. Bittersweet, right? Again, full transparency. The videos are some of the most valuable on the channel. Once the 12 Days of Beardsmiths start, all of the numbers of the channel just take off. The subscribers, the views, everything is cyclical because YouTube likes interactions. YouTube likes people getting involved on a channel, and those ones are bangers. They have a giveaway every day. They've got a cool history lesson, and it's a video that I have to shoot every single day. I can't do it like batching because I have to put certain stuff on it. So there's a lot to it. I just haven't started yet. And for me, guys, once I get into a groove of something, I just go. I just absolutely knock it out. I'm not ready to get into that groove yet. So I think I have like 2 weeks yet before I super have to get into those ones. But they're coming. And if you have any ideas, guys, send me a message and I would love to consider adding them to my list. So far, I have 3 that are confirmed that will be on this year. Awesome, man. Great question, Ken. Scott says, does your family doctor recommend physicals or do you have to request it or seek it out? My physical is with my family doctor and they recommend that we go to Quest, which is our like blood draw place. So, yep, mine is straight up with the family doctor.
You should just be able to call the office and say, I'd like to schedule a physical.
Yep, and they should be free for almost everybody. Insurance covers physicals. They love
them because they're preventative.
It saves them money. Business places, make sure they're covered, require them. A lot of businesses will pay you to go get your physical. That would be nice, teaching, right? Get a bonus for something. What are these bonuses you speak of, you know? So, yes, to answer your question. What can we do to push men's mental health? For me, I talk about it. I try to talk about it in every stream. I talk about Sam's struggles with anxiety. I talk about Jackson, my son's struggles. Oh, by the way, too, guys, story on men's mental health. My son Jax is 5. He had a horrific medical procedure when he was a child. Essentially, he has really severe celiacs. He had cross-contamination. His intestines freaked out when he had it introduced. If you have celiacs, your body registers wheat or gluten or flour as a foreign substance. So it's like, what are you doing in my body? Get out. And if you have enough of it or you're severe enough to it, your body just freaks out. His intestines freaked out so much that they went inside of each other. It's called intussusception. Had to go to the hospital, had to have surgery, had to spend 10 days in Hurley Medical and U of M Children's Hospital. Horrific thing for a 2-year-old to go through. They would open the door on the hour, every hour, to test him, and he would cry when he would hear the door. He wouldn't even see him. It changed him. We're working through it. We're dealing with it. But now he is scared of new places with lots of people, and especially helpful people. Why? Because the hospital is big, it's new, and everyone there is helpful. So what is something else that is big, new, lots of people, and helpful? School. So he has a lot of anxiety going into school to the point where he was really breaking down going in, and we've been really working on it. And yesterday, all day, and all night, and this morning, I was working with him on different game plans. And I was like, man, and we have a reward system and everything, of course. And I was like, hey, I need you to say, you walk in there, and usually Sam hands him over to this lady and kicking and screaming. It's a whole scene. I was like, I want you to get to that door and look at mom and say, I got this, mom. And then just go off and go do your thing. And it's been taking a lot of work and getting him the right place. We practiced it probably 20 times. I'd literally walk him to doors. I'd have him say it. We did it last night. We did it this morning. He went in today and he did it. Sam called me crying. Like, she was so happy and called me crying. She's like, whatever you did, whatever that magic sauce is, please do it again. He came home, was just beaming with pride. He was so happy. And that's a mental health thing. That's real anxiety. That's real fear. That was, we call it situational post-traumatic stress, right? PTSD. And it was so cool. It was so amazing. So for me, I like talking about those things. I like normalizing those things. And that's what I do. And then the other thing is I make myself open and available anytime. You guys know that. You can message me. I will call you on the phone. I will message you. Whatever it takes, if you have those moments, I can listen. I can give advice. I can do whatever you would need. That's what I would do. Any other thoughts or ideas there?
No, that was really, just being a positive place, seeking out positive places to put your time in, like this community. You have to advocate for yourself by those choices. Good friends, good picks.
Yep.
People that are going to, the people that are closest to you are the ones that, that's who you are.
Yeah, absolutely. And thank you guys for the kind comments. It's one of, if not my proudest dad moments ever. I didn't even really tell Sam what I was doing, so that's what made it extra special. She went in, and guys, he literally would kick and punch and scream and cry, and it's fight or flight, and he chose both. He was like, I'm gonna do both. It's not his fault. It's not anything, but we work on it. We go through, and he literally went to the door and said, and he did preface it and said, Dad said I would get 3 pieces of candy if I said these three words. And then he looked at her and said, I got this, Mom, and went in. Like, dudes, man, I'm not an emotional guy, but that'll get some tears flowing. So when she called me and told me that, dude, it was crazy. And we right after that, we went to the gym. I probably had my biggest workout of all time. Oh, and by the way, I beat her in pickleball today. Let's go. Wow. She swept me the last couple days, but I was on cloud 9 with that news today, and it was awesome. Ken said he does the same going to school. He's a teacher. Barry says, need some clarification. Do you use a stripping wash then follow with a regular wash? No, absolutely not. It is stripping or regular wash. You can follow with a conditioner.
You want to follow with a conditioner after you do a stripping wash.
Yep.
Dude, I wasn't doing that for the longest time. And I would hate the way my beard felt. Obviously, everything was out of it, right? So the conditioner, I barely even noticed that I did a stripping wash, except I feel the oil a little bit better. Exactly what you would want to have as an effect, and the reason for stripping.
For sure. So, yeah, great question, man. I appreciate it. And, guys, if you have more keep them coming as we go through. Ed says, any advice on getting the dent? Ed, and I think people answered you in the chat, but it's going to be heat plus tension equals direction. To give you more details on that, Ed, look up Dancy Bearded Beard Wave, Beard Dent, Beard Dip, and I have actual demonstrations for you. So I think that will help out here as well. And the end of No Shave November is near. Tomorrow, today's the last day. Tomorrow I'll be shaving my head again, debating on removing over half the beard. Not really a question, just opinions. I'm on the fence. Send it. Hey, before you make a big choice, man, send in. We would love to help you out next week. Please send in. You know we'll be honest. You know we'll be fair. So please, please, please send in. How long? So, number one, I had to go to the bathroom right after the stream. Still had the hiccups, so I'll go in the bathroom. That was like a 2.5 hour stream. And how long did they last? Probably a good half hour. They got painful. Like, they were not fun. We had another one of the after the credits giveaways. We gave away every gray beard oil from Copper John's. It was really cool. Yep. Dan, would sending in to Beard Advice live pics strictly asking about beard styles be okay? Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, dude. Absolutely. Welcome.
That'd be super beneficial to everybody.
Yeah. He said, I might like a bigger style than... Yeah, please. Please, please, please. 100%. All right, Mary, you want to take this question?
Greetings, gents. 64-year-old gray bearded beard commented to an older gentleman, dang, that beard looks very healthy. I asked him what his routine is, and he laughed. He simply said, argan oil, period. Thoughts?
So,
genetics.
There are freaks out there, man. There are people that will do absolutely nothing. He laughed. Those are guys that are, I'm too strong for taking care of my beard. I'm a man, you know. I just throw some argan in it.
Guess what?
Hey.
And I don't even believe them. Sorry. I think they make more of an effort than they put in.
Yeah.
Most of us do.
Rock on, man. If that works for you, cool.
Right. If that's the line that you want to talk.
Right. If that works for most of us, we would all do that. If anybody doubts that, I encourage you to just try argan. I know for me, a single carrier comes nowhere near a well-balanced blend. Whether you do it yourself, whether you buy products, totally up to you. The hiccup method, I just did, I do like long breaths. Your hiccups come from your diaphragm being out of sorts. So you gotta regulate.
Kids in class drink from a paper cup through a paper towel.
That's
drink water. Just kind of.
I think True North actually told me that.
It does. I think like 2 out of 3 it helps. But not always.
Yep.
It's one of those teacher things. You have to have a plan for hiccups.
Yeah. ABB said, just made 2 months beard growth today. Hey, man, I love seeing it coming back. Look at that picture, dude. Dan, do you put the beard in the jacket? I do. I put it pretty, I never zip my jacket up all the way. So I have it kind of like V'd out, and it kind of like sits inside of the jacket.
Do you let it pump gas, or do you?
No, lift weights once in a while.
It always goes for premium.
You guys inspired me to grow my beard. Man, thank you, Kenny. That's awesome, dude. If you ever need anything, reach out. Would love to help you out. And John said, I'm fairly new to your channel and all of your past content. I love... Oh, thank you, John. I got to meet him in Florida. That was awesome. Did you ever do with William Taft? I don't know, but I know a ton about President Taft. I'll have to check and see if I covered him or not. Yep. Mary, you're supposed to grow 6 months with no trim.
You know, Eric, sometimes when you're talking to yourself and watching my show, it doesn't mean I can hear you. I don't recall agreeing to that in any way.
Yeah, Nano, absolutely you can use CBD every day, man. 100%. Yep, nothing wrong with that. Just comes down to personal preference. For me, I don't, because it makes my beard too soft if I do that. But there's no like rule that says you can't. Allergies are a pain. Yeah, and you know what? I'm allergic to mango. Oh yeah. So I reached out to you, Chris, and I gave, if you check the comment response today, I gave you a couple of options for the alternatives to the mango. I know this was just talked about the other day, but I want to make sure the gray beard line oil is just thicker. Yes, exactly. It is just simply a thicker oil. And thank you guys again for all the kind words. Jax is an absolute sweetheart who is bottled in with a savage killer on the inside. And there's, as you guys know, man, it's real. Like, anxiety is an actual real thing. Situational PTSD is a real thing. And so we're working with them. We've come
done a long way, all right.
Yeah, a long way. So we care. That's the most important thing. We may not be perfect, but we are trying. What if you have no insurance? I don't know when it comes to physicals how that works. I'm not sure.
Contact your local health department and start there.
That's a great one. Mayor, do you have a code for the Brio Beardscape?
Mayor 10.
Mayor 10, Daniel. So the mayor has that one. So, yep, not me. That's how you solve it. Yeah, and I beat her in pickleball. Don't you worry there. I use the stripping wash once every 2 weeks. When my wife gets paid the next day, I use the stripping wash. Easy to remember? Perfect. Yep, absolutely perfect. Hey, thank you, Lance. I appreciate that. We were both excited for the show tonight.
Yeah.
We knew we had some really... Our content's only as good as you guys give us. The questions and the entries. So other than that, we can talk, but it's not going to be as good. Dan, my barber has a pretty big, nice beard. I asked him what kind of oil he uses. He said nothing. Same thing, man. And I don't even try to teach those guys. I just say, awesome. I'm glad that works for you. Interesting thing is, a lot of times those guys come back later. You'll see comments on my channel. I had one today, you guys. You'll see comments on my channel that are like, I don't know why I waited so long. I thought I was doing good. I tried your routines. Game changer. Beard oil on a damp beard. My beard's never felt better. It's never looked better. It's never smelled better. Could you imagine not doing anything to a big beard?
It would be uncomfortable as heck.
Crazy. Like, for me, my experiences. So, man, yeah, good for them. I don't ever look down on them. I don't ever try to tell them they're wrong. I don't anything like that. So, yeah. Hey, thank you, Michael. We're still going, by the way, guys. We got just as many entries here. So don't leave yet, guys. We got some people to help. And thank you guys for the comments. Keep them coming.
Yeah, that was nice.
Keep them coming.
This is CJS. Looking for advice as far as thoughts of where to go. I seem to always get to this point and I want to give up and trim down as I don't like how it looks. Is there a certain way to trim that will help? Any advice would be appreciated. Update. Just want to follow up. Got a haircut. Feel much better about the look.
There we go.
And that's a great tip right there. Sometimes when you're feeling the beard, you do get to these transition points.
Yeah.
You know, I just went through it with the regrowth this summer, where you kind of just hate the way it looks, but you know that the path forward is not to take anything off.
For sure. Jonathan, congratulations on your newborn, man. Glad you're able to stop it. And guys, keep in mind, the way that you feel, the way that you think your beard looks can be dependent on a lot of things. It can be dependent on your mood that day. Truly, the way you look can be dependent on how you feel. It could be the humidity. My beard, and I apologize to anybody that was at the meetup, my beard looked atrocious in Florida. Absolutely atrocious. And I'm not fishing for compliments. It looked, to my standards and to my comfort level, looked horrible. Like, my pictures from the beard meetup are some of the worst pictures I've ever taken with my beard. I came back home, I've never felt better about my beard. My beard looks amazing. And I think those trim thoughts came from being in Florida. I think it came from that humidity, that unruliness.
When you get control, yeah, just...
So a lot of stuff, guys. Time can heal a lot of wounds, especially when it's about the way that you feel about your beard. So,
and I think we get set to a certain feel in our mustache feel, our you know, all sort on our underbeard feel. I'm sure for you, there's other levels to it as well.
For sure. All right, let's take a look here. Okay, so this is before and after. So this is when he originally sent in. Then he got a haircut, and he said he's feeling much better about the beard. That's awesome, man. Absolutely awesome. The only thing that I would give a little advice on is if you don't have a heated brush, I think it would be worth it for your beard, especially for these front guys right here. The mayor battled these guys
and you don't
for
want
a long
to trim
time.
Them. You want to let them grow out until they can start holding themselves down with a little gravity, a little. But it's a tough bat. They get all crazy on you, especially after that first time you mess with them.
Yeah, yep, absolutely. And of course, yeah, Tony brings up a good point. He said putting beard oil on a damp beard don't work for me. Hey, to each their own, guys. I like to give advice as a baseline, and then you make the adjustments based on your personal variables. But keep in mind, there are different variables within what you do. Maybe the beard was too damp when you put it on. Maybe it wasn't damp enough, right? When people say something doesn't work, there's always ways to adjust, and maybe you tried everything and it just doesn't. That's awesome too. But oftentimes, for example, when someone says, I don't like using heat on the way it makes my beard look, I promise you, we can get it to a way that you would like it. You're just gonna have to change a bunch of variables along the way. So Tony, if it truly doesn't work for your beard, hey, rock on. But I bet we could do some dialing and some tweaking that would help, because that one is a pretty solid rule for beard health and for beard styling. So just something to consider, maybe tinkering with the dampness of the beard, because there's no way to tell. That's one of the frustrating things. We have people that are really analytical, that really dive into numbers, and even times miss the message of my videos because they are so focused on the numbers. One of those numbers is, I like to say, have your beard 75% dry. Where do I get that? I don't know. It's just what I kind of consider. So there's no way to tell you, like, your beard should have this much dampness on it. You know, we don't measure it.
I think in my head, I go by like 10 minutes, it dries out on its own. So I go like 1 minute dry or 3 minutes dry or whatever, you know, just kind of have my own. You just get those routines in your head. So,
okay, yeah.
You know, I don't know.
Yeah, my best answer.
It's always worked at damp for me.
My best answer is damp, not dripping. Damp, but not dripping. So, yeah, that would be a big one that I would say. We've got some good feedback in the chat too, guys. Scott says, for physicals, I know you can get them through CVS Minute Clinic with a reasonable price, less than $50. That's totally worth it. So anybody asking about no insurance, that's a really good option to have right there. And yeah, man, CJ looks great, dude. Truly looks great. David, can you give advice for people that live in Florida how to maintain and let a long beard? David, you're gonna want to embrace that humidity. So I style and I trim my beard for this climate, right? My beard looks really good right now. In Florida, it doesn't do this. I would change the way that I style. I would change the way that I trim it. And I would almost primarily go to thin viscosity products. Thicker, medium, those don't work for me in Florida. That would be some of my best advice. I do have a video coming up on this topic, so that should help out. It's going to be on Wednesday. So 1 week from today, David, I have a video on this topic. So, yep. What is the best way to get your sideburns to lay down instead of curling up? Heat, Tyler. A heated brush, especially. I use a heated brush on my sideburns every single day, without fail, every single day. And Brad, who lives in Florida, said perfectly. And Brad does have a big, dense beard.
You hang out with him?
Yes. Yeah. Oh, yeah. For a long time. Love that dude. The entire family. And the kids were all playing, going crazy and stuff. Really cool. And Brad adjusts his styling and his trimming to match what his beard has. Hey, Bearded Mongol. Thank you, man. Appreciate that. Thank you. Should the free village show up in your oil cart? No, Braden. So Braden is referring to the deal that we have going on today. No, it's going to be added in manually afterwards. So if you do Dancy 15 and your order is at over $50, not including shipping, Tyson's going to include it into the package himself. So awesome there, guys. And we know that there were big sales this last weekend. We know that a lot of you stocked up. I don't think he's thinking any kind of crazy sales, but he thought it was a pretty cool promotion to throw out there for you guys. If you're going to buy stuff, why not get a little bit more free, you know? All right, awesome. CGS, thank you, sir.
This is Grouse P. I've been growing my beard for exactly a year now. #yeared, and your tips on styling and grooming have helped me a lot.
Woo!
I'm going to let it grow for another year now and see what happens. Thanks for a lot for this. I have only a few hairs on my cheeks, a lot of bald spots on the underside of my chin and on the right side of my jaw, especially in the underside of my chin. Not a single whisker grows there. Due to the length of my beard, it is not visible, but it tends to have a heavy French fork. Your styling tips, hair dryer, helped me a lot to fight it.
Good.
The beard is not very thick due to the bald spots. Dark, single-colored shirts are a good solution for me. I also started using castor oil and peppermint oil on the chin area. I'm very curious if it will do anything. I wash my beard once or 2 times a week with beard shampoo. Rinse it daily, exfoliate, use quality beard oil and butter in the morning and in the evening. I only use medium heat when blow drying. Sometimes a heated brush will but also not at a hot setting. I have really curly hair. Unfortunately, I still have scaly, itchy spot on the left side of my jaw. And I have the spot regardless of the length of my beard. I already had it when the beard was maybe an inch long. So I've been struggling with that spot for months. Maybe you have an idea on what I could do. Maybe I can encourage people with bald spots with my pictures. With time and patience, at some point you no longer see many things that make you doubt the beginning of the path, as is everywhere in life. Keep the good work up. Thanks for your tips on my way. I send pics before and after November 2021 and 2022, and my side beard.
Awesome, man. And a couple questions here. David, we post any details about meetups usually on my Instagram stories. So keep an eye out there. They're not super frequent by any means, but we're there and reach out, man. Maybe Yeah, who knows? Make something happen. It's usually at B-dubs. And Nicholas, I agree, man. Great little line right there. Yep, no doubt about it, for sure. Hey, man, that's awesome. And this is another local friend of ours, and he said was best ever for his beard. Very cool, man. I appreciate those words. My fuel is appreciation. All right, Grouse, awesome, man. So side beard, boom. And then he said before and after. Woo! Dang. Oh, dang.
From Mayor to Dan.
Yeah, for sure. It really is. And he said, I have a scaly, itchy spot on my left side of my jaw that I have regardless of the length of my beard. So I've been struggling with that. Maybe we'd know what to do. So if you got a spot, and actually we had somebody, I think in the group asked this just recently. If you have one area on your beard that seems to stand out as a problem area, here are a couple of steps that you want to do. Number one, you want to exfoliate that area. Get a comb into the skin and essentially rake it. Number two, in the shower, really focus your beard wash on that area. Oftentimes, it's a buildup of dead skin cells. Oftentimes, it's blocked pores that are not allowing the nutrients to get to go where they need to. And then number three, focus your beard oil in on that area. Maybe you take a dropper top and you apply it directly to that spot. Maybe you get your finger and get into the palm and you directly apply it to that spot. Exfoliate, wash, and then apply your products specifically to those areas. And almost always it will help.
And then you're talking dermatologist or somebody more professional
So,
after that point,
no,
would you say?
No, strong no on this. And let me speak on this one, because this one, I'm going to have to make a video on this in the future. And this is one thing that I don't want to get on too much of a tangent, but I'm really passionate about. I have never met or heard of a dermatologist that knows anything about facial hair, that knows anything about beards. And I truly mean that, you guys. It's not just a beard person speaking. And let me put it to you like this. Something that we've been frustrated with lately too is there are very specific doctors that do things very well, right? And we're talking about going getting checked up, doing all these things. So I don't want to take away from that. But there are some areas, there are some topics that doctors do not stay up to date on. They do not do current research. Teachers need to go through more continuing education than doctors. That's crazy. That's absurd. But in the area of beards, there's no medical school teaching on beards. When dermatologists, they do not have specific education on facial hair. And I know this because I've been on 3 different video calls with dermatologists when I was researching for a specific video. I reached out to different ones, probably 100, and I had 3 that got back to me that actually sat down with me, and they literally just sat there and said, we learned nothing about beards. We know general ideas about skin, we know general ideas about sebaceous glands and all these different things, but they don't study things about beards. And beards are very unique. The skin underneath your beard, if you have a problem area, is different than any other area. Literally physically different because of the pores, because of the sebaceous glands, because of the texture of the hairs. So no. I've only heard horrific outcomes of people going to dermatologists, going to doctors. It usually involves steroids or alcohols that they put on your skin. And if your beard is important to you, I will give you different ways to be able to help with that. If that doesn't do it, we can start looking into ostrich oil. We can start looking into CBD oil. We can find ways to cure those spots. But man, dermatologists have been really, really upsetting me because they give advice as if they know what they're talking about. On that specific situation, they don't. So no, please, please, please do not do that unless somebody can show me a dermatologist that has a vast experience and knowledge in beards. I'll wait for that though, but I just have not, I've not had, exactly, Molly. All they do is prescribe meds. Yes, 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 100%. So Molly says, how do you, estheticians?
Estheticians.
All right, I think I got it okay.
You did.
She said are trained on facial hair, or they're supposed to be. So I think the facial hair is a very small chapter in their training, but they are supposed to be. That is a better option than going to a dermatologist, which you are 100% correct. All they ever do is recommend steroids, which may help with that specific little thing, but it's going to kill your beard. And so, man, that one I'm very, 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 hey, thank you. I'm very, very passionate about that one because I've seen some really bad outcomes of people like, oh, they're an expert, they're a doctor, let me go. No, 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 don't. Do not in that situation. And your beard is doing great, man. Absolutely doing great.
Love it.
Killing it. Cute kid, too. And he's got a He-Man shirt on.
This is Eddie A. I've recently followed this amazing channel and so glad I did. I have to admit I am a little hesitant to do this, but I can really use some tips and tricks to get the best looking beard. Who better than you guys? My ultimate goal would be to accomplish the beard. I've wanted to accomplish this for years now, but I always give up at the end and end up trimming. One of the reasons is my beard is pretty patchy and my cheeks are too wispy. I also seem to grow more hair on my right than my left cheek. Any suggestions on how I can even it out? Also, any tips on styling and grooming the beard would be greatly appreciated. I am currently using a heated brush almost every day since my beard can get pretty curly in the front. Could I be overdoing it? Should I use a blow dryer instead?
All right, let's take a look. Doug, I bet, already knows what video we're going to refer to here. We'll take a look, though, and then we'll break down the questions. Eddie, dang, dude. He said he was hesitant to do this. That's a great beard, man. Absolutely a great beard. Good coverage. Everything looks fantastic. So first thing, you're saying that one side grows in better than the other. If you look up on YouTube, uneven beard growth, you're going to find my video up near the top. And there's a lot of causes. Eddie, I would bet a lot of money that you sleep on your side of your face, and he's in here too. So Ed, I bet that you sleep on one side of your face predominantly at night, and that is going to be the problem with your growth. When you do that, that pressure is constricting those blood vessels, which are the highway to bringing you the nutrients. And your beard, for however long you're sleeping, one side's getting more nutrients every night than the other side. Other possible causes, maybe a job. Are you a truck driver and the light is hitting one side of your face through the window more than the other one? That can be doing it. Is there something else with your job, right? I've had somebody that was a violin player and they put the violin to their face and it was affecting their beard. So figuring out what that cause is and then eliminating that cause is gonna make all the difference in the world. So that one's a simple put one. And I will say, nobody notices that difference.
No.
Absolutely no, if looking on this picture, could not tell you which one you're referring to. Then he says, he suggests on that, also styling. Okay, so he said, I use a heated brush every day. Is that overdoing it? No. If you're using oil beforehand and you're not overdoing it on heat, you're totally fine. I don't know if what would you say, Mary, is he at blow dryer level yet to work into it?
No, but we do want to at least mention that usually it's not either or, but it's both a combo of blow dryer and heated brush. And the other thing I would just add to on the side, if you do truly feel, and I don't see it, I'm with Dan, if you do feel like you're having uneven or a thinness that you're seeing, do less heat on the side. More curly hair is going to cover skin and make it look thicker naturally. So you could always balance that out and maybe not apply the heat to the side you feel is like that in the future, or try not sleeping on that side too. You know, I think if that's the case.
Yeah. So Carlos says, I didn't know sleeping on that side could do that. Yes, 100%. That is one of the biggest impacts on your beard growth and styling. You can develop you're training your beard when you sleep on it, and so that is a huge one. So Caleb says, for side sleepers, what would you recommend switching sides? Yes.
Give up sleep.
Stop sleeping.
Other side.
No, switching sides is perfect. Another good way to alleviate that pressure is get a silk or satin pillowcase. That's far more forgiving on the hair and on your blood vessels as well. So that can make a really big difference, guys. Yep, a really big difference. And Judd, you're absolutely right. We're very aware of that, and we try to be as encouraging and supporting as possible. But he said, I know, guys, hey, trust me, there's, not to put pressure on people, but there's hundreds of people watching right now. By the next couple of weeks, there will be thousands of people that watch this. But you are helping, not only yourself, you are helping other people that won't send in. Eddie, I promise you, there are guys watching this right now, they're like, oh my gosh, I have that same beard. I have that same problem. Thank you for asking. I was too scared to ask. And I know you said that you were a little nervous sending in. So dude, thank you. You're the kid in class that asked the question that helped out all the other kids.
Right.
So man, that really means a lot to us. And Judd is exactly right. Judd, sorry, is exactly right. This is a safe place. We will never have somebody leave feeling worse than when they came in. I promise you that. Absolutely promise. So yeah, great beard, you guys. And Lance says, you may recall me saying my beard seemed to feel and look bad a few months ago. You said check H2O intake. Since then, I've drank 90 ounces a day, more than half my weight in ounces, and now it is better. Thank you for sharing that. Thank you. People don't believe me on that, and I know you did. I'm not questioning that, but because they can't process. How does water impact my beard? Man, it does. It really, really does. So, hey, you're welcome, Ed. Thank you for sending in too. Bill said I was nervous sending in pics too because I didn't think it looked good, and you guys helped me out. Okay, and I see that angle too, right? You're sending in because you feel like your beard's not in a great place, and so putting yourself forward in a spot that you're not happy with,
especially guys.
I get it. Yeah,
it's one of our guys. It's like one of the things we have to get over.
Yep.
Is like that stigma of acknowledging, asking for help, and an appearance thing is a really hard thing to do.
I get that. I don't like to put myself forward unless I'm looking 100. So it's a very valuable perspective, but we know that it'll help you. It will benefit in the end.
This is Donnie H. Hope I'm not too late. I need some advice on the sides. Last update, you suggested I grow them out. Now I am having trouble keeping a clean look.
Okay.
Do I just tough it out and let the sideburns grow down to match the length, or go back to fading into my head hair?
All right, let's take a look. All right, awesome, man. Okay, so yeah, Donnie sent in, and he was kind of in the process of just getting used to styling and products and growing the beard, and we said, hey, man, give it some length, grow it out. But now he is saying that he's having trouble with a clean look, right? He wants to keep it dialed in. So does he go and, okay, do I just tough it out and let the sideburns grow and match the length, or go back to fading to my head hair?
We don't really see it, first of all.
At all.
We think taking away, if you are looking to bring that in, that's that next level. That's the difference between where Dan is letting that go. So if you want to get there, you got to get there. And it sounds like you know that, but like looking at what you've done there, very clean. Yep.
I agree with Mark, man. Hey, Donnie, it looks good, dude. You are almost always your own worst critic. You're going to see things that nobody in a million years would see unless you point it out. And even with you pointing it out, I don't see it. And you've heard me tonight. I've acknowledged, like, okay, I see that you have a spot there. You got this there. I don't see it, Donnie. I think it looks absolutely amazing, dude. Keep it going. Keep it growing. Truly. Grouse is in the chat. Thank you for the advice. Yeah, man, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. So, Donnie, I have nothing to say other than don't touch it. You look like a stud, dude.
Yeah. No, like, that is an excellent looking beard. And if you're looking, again, if you're looking to get to the next level, that's right. The way to get there is right through what you're talking about, that uncertainty of those side guys. Let them go.
Thank you, John, man. That was awesome.
Thank you, John.
And I really wish you guys could all make these meetups sometime. Like the conversations we had, we literally circled up. We just had a group of bearded grown adults. We also had some wives that were in there, which was awesome and always welcome, just like this show. But like the conversations we had about like the history of like theme parks, about concert venues, about Florida Man, about traffic, like you guys gotta be there. It's so fun. So if you ever see an opportunity for a meetup, which we do all the time, maybe even plan a trip around it. I can't express enough how amazing it is to get to know you guys. And it's not like, oh, let's come meet Dan. It's like you meet a ton of people. You just have these balanced, amazing conversations. The mayor was there last year. This one was like a mid-year one, which was the first. But it was so fun. Like I can't express that enough. So thank you, John, for that, and thank you for everything you do for the community. Sending in my first Beard Advice Live was one of the scariest things I ever did, and after I chalked it up as one of the best decisions. Woo! Scott, that's amazing, dude. Wow, he said it was one of the scariest things he did, and afterwards was one of the best decisions he's ever made.
Yeah.
Let that sink in.
That's awesome.
That's crazy, man. Molly's the same way. I don't like to go to work unless my... Yeah, exactly. Yep, I hear you, Molly. Yeah, no doubt about that. Yep, no doubt about that. I was not willing to be vulnerable. There wouldn't be a Beard Advice Live. So true, Chris. And thank you guys for pointing that out. I did not think so much about... I knew people being scared. I knew big audiences. I didn't consider putting yourself out there in a look that you're not 100% happy with. I relate to that entirely. So thank you guys for sharing that. Absolutely. Tony says, are there products that are better for white beards? Tony, you want to have a well-balanced rotation. I don't think any type of beard should be entirely towards one product or not. But generally speaking, gray beards do really well with thicker viscosity oils. So ones that have more castor oil, more olive oil, more meadow foam seed oil. Those ones generally will help you guys out. Oh, man, wow, Rich, dude. You guys are too much,
That's
man.
Super nice of you.
Thank you. One of the absolute OG veterans of this show, one of the craziest, coolest transformations ever. He was in my addition by subtraction video. Dude, thank you. My goodness, you guys are amazing. Thank you so much. Thank you. And Max says, I deal with pretty terrible acne, and a dermatologist had me do hydrocodone cream daily. Will that hurt my beard and growth? So
I think it's one thing at a time. As far,
Max, this is literally what I'm talking about here. And that was why it struck me when the mayor was just giving general advice on that.
I don't feel in trouble.
But this exact situation is what I'm talking about. 100 out of 100 times where guys have a small thing with their beard, whether it's beard acne, whether it's a flake, they go to the doctor, they go to the dermatologist, and they tell you, shave it off and let me put this steroid cream on. I said that before he even commented. That really angers me because the cream does not solve acne. Acne is not just a topical solution. Acne is an age-related thing oftentimes. It is an internal hydration food thing, right? A lot of people don't realize one of the biggest causes of acne is dairy intolerance. Let me say that again. One of the biggest causes of acne for anybody, bearded or not, is dairy intolerance. Taking in dairy when you're not supposed to, which most of us aren't. Most people on this planet are dairy intolerant with our current dairy. It will get your skin inflamed, it will clog your pores, and it will cause acne, right? Simply doing something like removing dairy from your system when you didn't realize that might be your solution. Maybe you eat foods. For me, I can't eat raw pepperoni because I break out. So there's little things that are here, and man, oh man, this is the situation that makes me mad because they don't know what they're talking about. Now, I'm not saying don't listen to your doctor. I'm not saying don't listen to the dermatologist. I do not believe that is a solution to your problem. That's my opinion. Am I right? Who knows? But that is my opinion. If you want help with acne, reach out to me. I'll give you my advice before you make those drastic moves. And I'm just so sick of people prescribing things like that. Why does it instantly go to steroids? Why does it instantly go to pills on different things, man? I had a very small surgery, and they prescribed me crazy prescription, like painkillers. I didn't even fill it. The place kept calling me, and I'm like, I don't need this stuff.
It's all about creating less work for them.
100%. So, Max, man, I'm not going to tell you not to listen to your dermatologist, but when I was talking about a situation, I am so happy you made this comment because this is exactly what I'm talking about. Exactly. 100 times out of 100, if you go to a dermatologist and say, hey, I have this problem under my beard, they say, shave it, put this cream on it. Is that a long-term solution? No. Is that a good solution? No. It's a quick one, easy one for them, and guess what? They get paid. So that really, really upsets me. But again, you got to do what's best for you. I would say we can find other ways to do it. That would be my input on that one. So yes. Here you go, Mayor.
Mayor, Christmas falls on a Sunday. We'll still be getting a Beyond Bearded on Christmas. I would think at least a small one. I don't think we have a sponsor. If I was smart, I didn't schedule one. And we'll look at that. But yeah, I'll be there. Probably on a full show, but check in.
Oh yeah. Yep. Yeah. We don't miss. I mean, simply put, people are like, "Oh, are you going on Halloween the day you got back from the cruise an hour earlier?" Yep. Absolutely. And Michael says, just gonna say that could be related to milk. So many people don't know that dairy intolerance is one of the biggest causes of acne. Yep. It really, really, really is. So yes, absolutely, guys. Yeah, for sure. And Michael says, much as I hate to not listen to a doctor and call them wrong, I'd go that route. Right. It's such a drastic move to shave your beard and put steroids on it. So, man, that would be my advice for you guys for next week. Cool, man. Absolutely, Alex. We got you. About my beard. Alex, you've said it many times, man. You should know we got you. We got you covered.
This is Chris S. I'm emailing an update of my beard journey. I'm 2 weeks shy of 6 months, and I'm really happy with the link so far.
Pause. Sorry, pause. Jay Cruz just dropped a banger right here. Because treatment is more profitable than prevention. Holy crap, is that not the truth? No. Whether it's your weight loss journey, whether it's anything, your recovery, man, treatment is more profitable than prevention.
Of healthcare.
Dude, Yes, it is. Jay, you've had a lot of great quotes, my man. That is a banger right there and a timely one. Yep, it really, really, really is. And yeah, and that's
It's okay that you were lurking too, Jay.
Yeah.
We're glad you popped out at
We
our
love
party.
it. We love it. Sorry, Chris. All right, Mayor. Sorry.
Emailing an
Apologize.
update of my beard journey. I'm 2 weeks shy, 6 months, and I'm really happy with the length so far. And I've learned to live and love the mustache growing over the top lip. I've made some adjustments to my routine, especially using heat. I've been using a Boar's Hair bristle brush, blow drying instead of a comb, and it's done wonders to showing the true length.
Good.
Brushing up with a heated brush, hitting underneath, then down, parting the sides and back down. And what a world of difference. Maybe this can help others grab more volume and the full potential appearance. Nice.
Awesome.
So it sounds like he's really happy with some of the tips he gave.
For sure. And then just an update from Max. He said, I wish I found this before the dermatologist. He seemingly blamed most of my issues on my beard. So something that grows naturally out of your face is caught. I'm definitely trying to cut back on dairy. Doc never mentioned that. Crazy, man. You got acne and a doc never mentioned that. Wild. That's crazy. Crazy. What up, James? Hey, buddy. All right, let's take a look at Chris here. Bam,
Wow.
There it is, dude. Looks good. Love the styling, the purposefulness. Chris looks awesome, man. He was just giving us an update, right?
Yeah,
no advice that he's looking for there.
Getting used to the mustache over a little bit just gives it a full look, you know?
For sure, man. Yeah, you're getting on like Beard Baron territory who does the full walrus, not a lazy walrus, like a productive walrus, we could say, when you go through there. Thank you, Chris. All right, guys, I believe this is that was our last one there. Perfect. Awesome. Thank you. It's right on the screen, but for all of that, thank you guys for sending in. Yeah, there is no doubt about it. And that is true too. I mean, when we're talking about that, if you go to the dermatologist and you're like, hey, I have these problems, they're not gonna say cut back on dairy, maybe try washing and exfoliating, because they don't make any money on those treatments. So it's frustrating, but there's ways, and I'm open book to help you guys out. Now, again, I'm not saying I'm right. Everybody's situation is different. I don't know all the inner workings of acne. I do know some things that have worked for a number of people when it comes to beards. So yeah, there's a lot to that. But I'm always happy if you guys want to reach out. I'm definitely there to help you guys out.
Public service announcement. Tomorrow is December 1st. That means at our house that the elf on the shelf shows up. In case you guys haven't heard from yours, ours usually checks
tonight.
in frequently. Yeah, like right now. I'm literally going to go see if I can get the cereal on the way home.
Do you want to see my text of how excited I was when Sam reminded me today?
We were just excited to remember. You know who reminded us? Luke. And they gave some suggestions. Dudes,
They're not like, all right, you guys can cut it off yet?
I mean,
No.
I am.
Yeah, oh, man. I despise
Oh, yeah.
Elf on a Shelf.
Like the last.
I don't know what I hate more, Coco Melon or Elf on
I
a
feel
Shelf.
like you used to judge me when I would say that, but it is. It gets
Oh,
so
no.
old.
So ridiculous. I never liked it, ever. Sam will be like gung-ho for like 5 days, and then it'll be like, she'll get super intricate designs and layouts, and then on the 6th day, she's
Throw
like,
it in the
could
tree.
you do it tonight? I'm like, sure, yeah. So I throw it on the tree. Then the next night, she's snoring in bed, and it's still in the tree, and now it's on me. I'm always the safety blanket, guys, because I'm Mr. Reliable.
You can't lie to her when she asked, did you remember? You did remember. You just didn't care.
Yeah, yep. So, oh, man. Hey, thank you, Shay. Yeah, we love this show, guys. This show will never have astronomical numbers. It's never going to be the most entertaining thing in the world to watch. But we know the value. We know how amazing this community
sauce.
is. It is. This is why we do it. We know this helps people out. We know we enjoy it. We know that we need this in our life. So thank you guys for watching, every single one of you. We'll be here even if just 2 of you are watching. We love it that much. And we just, again, as always, want to say we appreciate you. Please reach out. Like I said earlier, if you ever need to talk, there's lots of people that can vouch. I am here to talk. The mayor's here to talk. We like helping people. We like meeting people. We like interacting with people. That's why we both went into teaching. That's in our soul, right? You don't go into teaching for any other reason. And so, man, anytime, guys, we would love to conversate. And next week, send in. You see that it's a safe place. You see that we understand and can relate to your apprehension, to your fears, your nervousness. We got you. I promise. And just know that your send in is going to help more people than you ever know. So many people get helped and never comment, and that's okay. That's all right, and you're doing your part. So thank you so much, and tonight was fun, man. It was a lot of fun. Stuart, I'm glad you were able to hang in there too. He was part of the meetup group, and just, man, so good. So good, you guys. So, and Michael, I appreciate that, man. I will stand corrected on that. I'm glad that you find it entertaining. It's entertaining as heck to me. I'm always laughing. I'm always getting worked up. So I do appreciate that. Thank you guys so much. And guys, hey, tomorrow, tune into the Bearded Respect. It's a YouTube channel. Michael is one of my buddies. Been able to meet and hang out with him. And they have a live show with another one of my buddies who is a world champion mustacheman. Say beardsman, can it be a mustacheman?
Sure.
Okay, yeah, so it's Bob and Elliot, his mustache. They will be interviewing him. Such a good show, you guys. We got Bruce City, we got Jason, we got Michael on there. Please do me a favor personally and look up The Bearded Respect, and then Thursday night, tune into their show. It's a great one. If you like the vibes of this show, if you like the vibes of this community, this one will piggyback right off of it right there. This man's a veteran. This man gives back. He is absolutely awesome. So check it out, guys. I appreciate all of you. And even Michael asking, Dan, how you doing mentally? Better than ever. How's life? Literally better than ever. Couldn't be happier. The mayor and I were talking about it earlier, how it's surreal, many angles. But thank you for asking. From the bottom of my heart, I'm doing great. Mayor, one final send-off.
Guys, Sunday, we're going to preview all the winter shows, the movies coming out in the theaters. I'm going to go through, tell you who's in them, what's going on. Maybe we're going to have fun on Beyond Bearded. Check it out, 9 p.m. right here on this channel.
All right. See you guys. Talk to you soon.